Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Apply myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse, mine it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, they never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, one it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running toes, they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built to win. Apply myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Apply myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
That's right, baby. Yeah, that's right. We are back, baby. The Patriots are back in the Super Bowl. Now we give them. That's right. We are back. We are back. It only took but a few years to get everything under control, to get ourselves a new quarterback, to get ourselves that defense. Yes. How's everybody doing today? Welcome back to FFC. Again, we are here today to discuss one important, beautiful, sad game. It is sad because once it's over, Coach's heart is broken. As always, the Super Bowl, it ends my life because I get no more football until September. But we ain't there yet. We are at the most grandest stage of them all. We are at the biggest game of the year. It is the Super Bowl, ladies and gentlemen. We have two outstanding teams that have basically laid waste to every team from week 1 all the way through week 18. We have the Seahawks versus the Patriots. Oh, it's going to be like the first game. No. The first game was riddled with GOATs. It was riddled with experience throughout the years on both sides of the teams. It was a very well put together game, except for not running the ball with Marshawn Lynch. Hey, I'll be honest. I'm always wanted to say that Brady really shouldn't have had ring number 5. That should have went to the Seahawks. But hey, if you don't follow your own game plan, I mean, how else are you going to win a football game? You know. But we are here for the rematch, ladies and gentlemen. This is the second time these two teams meet in the Super Bowl, Seahawks versus the Patriots. It is going to be a great game. It is not the Legion of Boom defense, of course, as we once knew. It is a brand new defense. It's their own identity. So that's what makes this part of the game so much more special. And the same goes for the Patriots. It's not Tom Brady. It's not, I really can't even name a receiver. They really didn't have any big names that won the Super Bowl. They had a lot of guys, you know what I mean? But, you know, they got Stephon Diggs now, who has actually now made it into the Super Bowl. Stephon Diggs made it to the Super Bowl before Josh Allen. Oh, yeah, there's going to be Josh Allen slander? Of course. What do you think? What kind of show do you think I run? But the Patriots went on what people thought was going to be, they thought it was going to be a 20-year drought for the Patriots just because Tom Brady left, Bill Belichick left. They still have Mike McDaniels. Josh McDaniels. They still have the owner. They still have a great organization. Okay, so what did they do? They went to work. They got the coach they wanted. They got Mike Vrabel. They went through 2 first-round drafted quarterbacks. Do you know that? Yeah. See, Mac Jones was one. He didn't make out. He didn't work out. So then they tried again. Then they got Drake May, and he worked out. That's how it works. Not every quarterback is going to work out for your team. Sam Darnold was drafted by the Jets. I was high on Sam Darnold as a rookie, and then he went to the Jets, and then it looked horrible. Now, I didn't put a lot of blame on him. That whole organization is a mess, and anybody that really goes there right now, since then to now, it's just been a mess. Point blank period. About as bad as the Browns. So his journey was bumpy. Sam Darnold had a bumpy road to go from the Jets to then just get bounced to the Panthers and to do. I mean, what was he expected to do over there? I'm so sorry. It's not built like it is now. So you put a Sam Darnold now with that Panthers team now, we're talking about a whole different team. So his development to me was stagnant because a lot of teams just threw him in there, and then when he didn't work out, they threw him out. Then he went to the Vikings, and it seemed to be where they took care of him, if that makes sense, helped develop him. He goes on the field, he wins 12 games, and his quarterback gets hurt. Then what do? They ship him away. It wasn't a part of their plan because why? They drafted McCarthy. Well, they really didn't need to. So all their eggs in the basket are on McCarthy. So you can't have a Sam Darnold who just won 12 games, which you would probably have to pay a little bit more for. You can't have Sam Darnold on your roster. That's why the general manager got fired, by the way, when he got rid of Sam Darnold, who is now in the Super Bowl. But see, you can't say just because he left the Vikings, and you can't say him staying with the Vikings would have got them the Super Bowl. Can't say that. The Vikings defense wasn't that good. It wasn't what the Seahawks have right now. The offense was okay, and you had the number 1 receiver, so you had that at least. But his receiver core is 10 times better than what they had over there in Minnesota. His running backs are 10 times better than what he had over there in Minnesota. So them firing the GM because his vision was not Sam Darnold, I think that was a little bit premature and incorrect. The coach for Minnesota has a lot to answer for because, I mean, the team has looked stagnant since he's taken them. So you can't put that on the fact that the general manager didn't want to keep Sam Darnold, okay? What I will tell you is the Seahawks and their coaching regime and the players that they had, all they were missing was Sam Darnold. That's it. All they were missing was somebody to come in to plug and play. That's it. Same as they did with Brady in Tampa, same as they did with Peyton Manning and with the Broncos. Certain players, as long as the roster is set and ready to go, you just got to get a plug and play. Technically, that was supposed to be the Jets the year Aaron Rodgers got there. It was. He got hurt. That first year, the Aaron Rodgers and the Vikings and the Jets easily win 10 wins. Easily. He got hurt. And then the second year, didn't nobody care no more. He got older. So the journey for Sam Darnold has been bumpy, but the fact that he just stayed in it, he just kept on fighting. Look at him now. The only quarterback in his class to be in the Super Bowl. Not Lamar Jackson, not Josh Allen, not Josh Rosen. I don't even know where the heck he's at. That one was funny. That was a funny one. Cardinals, I don't know what you were thinking when you drafted that guy. But it's Sam Darnold. It's Sam Darnold sitting on top of the mountain where everybody, including me at one point, had our doubts. I mean, you got to think, after the Jets, it was looking glim. His name had gotten forgotten about. And then he reemerged himself. That's all you can really do in this sport, like in any sport. You're going to get opportunities taken away if you don't play well enough. You're going to get the opportunities if you show out. It's just the way it works. He showed out at Minnesota, and then he came to Seattle. He's showing out again. Matter of fact, he's showing out so much, I think he'll even get paid another contract from Seattle, depending on how the game goes. But I mean, with the way the season went, the way he has shown for the next 2 years, he is that guy. He is that quarterback. He might get paid after this after the Super Bowl. As for Drake May, you are the third starting drafted quarterback since Tom Brady. Like, to start. Because Jimmy Garoppolo was a backup. Brian Hoyer was a backup. It was all backups. Remember, when Brady was on the field, wasn't no quarterback drafted in the first round. I can tell you that much. They were all drafted in the third, fourth, fifth, sixth round. Not one person. You had Brady. Why would you need to draft first rounder? You had Brady. So the entire time he was there, one of the first round drafted quarterbacks selected. Okay. Since he's left, you've had two. You, Drake May, are the third quarterback since Brady, or including Brady. Second quarterback since Brady. So this is a big monument for the Patriots. I mean, you got to think, what team can really just lose status as they did between quarterback, coach? You really can't say players because, again, outside of the defense, they really didn't have star players on the offense. There were some guys that knew how to do their job, okay? But regardless of the fact, when you lost the coach, when you lost the quarterback, you lost the heavy dynamic of your organization and your identity. Again, you brought in Mac Jones, and it wasn't good. You tried it. It wasn't good. You got rid of him quick. You moved on. You got Drake May. It's been good ever since, okay? Those are fairy tale stories. Brady's story was a fairy tale story. You come from Michigan. They have everything bad to say about you, even though you're a national champion. But not national, you're a Rose Bowl champion from college. They has things to say about you. You go last in the draft, and you win 7 rings throughout your career. It's all about grit, hard work, and what you can do when you show them it's your time to shine, baby. It's a point blank period. His quarterback got hurt. He stepped on the field, and he never stepped off. And he won a Super Bowl in the second year. A lot of these great quarterbacks, by the way, win the Super Bowl in the second year. When they get that opportunity, it happens. Second or third year. That's why third year is when they usually get paid, or second year, because the second year is when they did something. So they'll extend them early if they win the Super Bowl. Third year is you had 2 out of 3 great seasons, you're going to get a good contract. 3 out of 3 great seasons, you're going to get a max deal. Especially if you're in the playoffs, all 3 seasons, you're going to get a good contract. Sometimes back in the past, you had Joe Flacco, Matt Ryan. You had things like that. You had great moments such as since Mark Sanchez, because he was a rookie quarterback that went to the playoffs. Since his time, that was the expectation in a way for rookie quarterbacks coming out of college with a team ready to go. Hey, you had to be ready to go. And what did Matt Ryan and Joe Flacco do in their first 3 seasons? They stayed in the playoffs those first 3 seasons. Here's the difference. Again, we talk about this all the time. Matt Ryan got paid. Atlanta went down. Joe Flacco did not get paid. They stayed in the playoffs. Joe Flacco won the Super Bowl. Then Joe Flacco got paid. Now, of course, it doesn't work that way anymore. People are getting max deals just because they can put the ball in the air, like Tua. $53 million just because he has a strong arm. Hadn't done nothing with it. Josh Allen contracted twice of big money. Call a second one a organization-friendly contract all you want. He didn't deserve it. I can tell you that much. He didn't deserve it. Nah, neither one was deserving. You lost to Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes goes to the Super Bowl. You go home. He gets $500 million. You get $283 million. How you get all that money for losing? Never made sense to me. You got an MVP, and you were the 14th best quarterback on the MVP list. I've never seen crap like that in my life. So good luck, Bills. You lost your coach. You fired your coach because he didn't like your roster. Go figure. It happened to him every year. He put everything in it, and then they lose. Like, what do you want him to do? What do you want him to say? He didn't want to keep going with this. You all do. So he took the firing. He'll find himself another job, another head coaching job anywhere else. He'll be just fine. But the moral of the story is Josh Allen will never win a Super Bowl. We're going to call that right now. Josh Allen ain't going to be in this presence of a Super Bowl. No. Things are about to change in the NFL after this year. Teams are going to get tougher. The roster ain't good. Like, what do you expect? You think the same roster and the Keon Coleman they don't want? The Bills are just going to all of a sudden make these miraculous changes and they're going to go to the Super Bowl? No. I think Patrick Mahomes will come back early and the Chiefs will have a decent enough record for him to put them in the playoffs before Josh Allen goes to the Super Bowl. That's what I believe. But back to the teams that actually matter. It is time to make a decision. Now, this is pretty tough because, again, my mind has been swirling for about almost a week and a half now trying to make this pick. It's been a tough one. I'm a Patriots fan. I love the Patriots. I'm a Seahawks fan. I've been a Seahawks fan since the days of Sean Alexander. But I call games how they call them. I call them how it is. When the Patriots played the Seahawks the first time, I called the Patriots. Will the Patriots beat the Seahawks this time? No. I'm actually going with the Seahawks. I want the Patriots to win. Don't get me wrong. I'll be so happy. But as it pertains to making a logical pick based off of the seasons and based off of the teams, the coaching, and what these organizations have done to get here, they've both been special roles. They really have. But Cardi B ain't winning no Super Bowl ring. Cardi B ain't winning no Super Bowl ring. We went from Taylor Swift to Cardi B. Cardi B ain't winning no Super Bowl. No. I love my Patriots. I really do. I think this is a great place for Drake May to be. Seahawks, the organization, they smell blood in the water. Okay. They had Marshawn Lynch. The ball was never given to Marshawn Lynch to win the football game. They got two running backs. They're running the football, okay? And we would not be throwing the ball on the 1 yard line at the end of the game. We will walk it in. I think the Seahawks are going to actually be more of a powerhouse in this game. That defense is amazing. Stephon Diggs and them going to have a hard time getting open. I think the running game is better in Seattle than it is in New England. And right now, the quarterback play is better in Seattle than it is in New England. Okay. Let's be real. They won that game against the Broncos 10-7 in a blizzard. Can't throw the ball. Now here we go with Jerry Stidham, who has never played an NFL football game as a starter in a playoff game as big as this, throwing the ball in a blizzard. What do you think was going to happen? Like, come on. Interception all day. So this is going to be more of a tougher matchup for the New England Patriots offense. And again, I love my boys. I do hope we win. But logically, I am selecting the Seattle Seahawks to hoist their second Lombardi trophy. It will happen. Why? Because they want to erase Russell Wilson. They want to erase the Russell Wilson and Pete Carroll regime. What do I mean by that? Sam Darnold might be back to back. He might be back here next year doing another one. Who knows? That team is that good. But we are here today to wear my colors proud. Okay, this is number 5. I can't wear number 6 because I wore it too much and everything coming off. But we are here to officially pick the Seattle Seahawks to win this Super Bowl. It's going to be a good game. I don't know if it's going to be like a tit for tat or if offensively Seattle would just have a big, 10, 15 gap lead throughout the entire game where the Patriots might close it out, but, the Seahawks will, extend the lead a little bit more. Matter of fact, let's look at Vegas real quick. I want to see I want to see what the numbers look like for this game. All right, let's see. We have, all right, they got the Patriots at a plus 190. And they got the Patriots, and they got the game itself at minus. They got a minus 4.5 for the Seahawks, plus 4.5 for the Patriots. And they got the over-under at 45. It's going to go over. Let me see. Let me do some math real quick. Ooh. No, it's not. This one's tough. I don't know if it's going to go over. That 45.5 go to 46. I don't know, man. This game could end 2024. I don't think it's going to be that big of a score difference. Like, I don't think teams are putting 30, 40 points in the Super Bowl. I'm so sorry. Not individually. So I'm actually going to take the under in this game. It's going to go under 45.5. 4.5, win by 5. I would drop it down to 3.5 to win by 4. Because again, I think it's going to be 24-20. Seattle. I think it's going to end 24-20. It could end 23-21. Let me see. That's 44. I don't like the 45.5. Not in the Super Bowl. I think that's too high. I think I'm taking the under and the Seahawks to win. I don't want the spread. I don't like the spread. Because they got it at 4.5. I mean, I probably would dump it. I probably would bump it down to 2.5. Maybe probably 1.5. Probably 1.5. Like I said, it might end up 23-21. So we will see. But I do have the Seahawks winning the Super Bowl. Unless Sam Darnold wins MVP. If Sam Darnold wins the MVP, I don't know. I don't know if again, Patrick Mahomes was the only football player to win regular season MVP and Super Bowl. So I don't think that's going to be too much of a common thing. It used to be a curse. It used to be if you won the MVP, you wouldn't win the Super Bowl. So we'll kind of see about that. But right now, it still could go to hell, Josh Allen was nowhere near the Super Bowl, and he got the MVP. So I don't know. Normally, it's one of the two quarterbacks that are usually in the Super Bowl that get the MVP. So I don't know. That was weird. They just gave it to him, I guess. But anyway, so after the Super Bowl, guys, we will take I have a lot of things coming up at work. So I'm going to be taking about a 2-week break from live activity. So it means I probably won't be back live until sometime in March. I'll keep you guys updated. Probably like the first week of March, I'll be back. Probably getting ready for free agent frenzy. Because I got some things going on at work, and I have some things to get ready for here for Coach's birthday that's coming up here soon. So I'm going to take a couple of weeks off from live streaming. I will, however, be putting out clips of anything that comes out in between these next 2 weeks, obviously. When we do come back in 2 weeks, we're going to be going over our end of season. What's next week? Because I actually need to do that first. Okay, rain check. Next Wednesday, we will be live. Next Wednesday, we're going to go over our end of season players. We're going to rank all of our players, quarterback, wide receivers, running backs, tight ends. Okay, we're going to rank all of our players. After we do our ranking episode, Coach will go on his 2-week hiatus, take what he got to take care of, and then we'll be back in March, right before free agent frenzy starts. But again, when Coach goes on his break, I still will be active on social media with clips daily about whatever is just going on in the NFL leading up to free agent frenzy. Any comments I may have about just who I think could get, who I think could go somewhere, can go here. So we'll just be playing on a couple of things with social media posts, just to get you guys' feedback and stuff like that. And then moving forward, again, it will be more live clips. More clips than it will be live episodes, because this is the slow year for Coach because there's no football. So the only thing we really have is free agent frenzy, signings, end of season trades, releases, the draft, and schedule release. So once those come, we have one in March, one in April, one in May. Okay, and then preseason, not preseason, and then training camp starts. So we have things coming, but it's going to be slow. So don't expect too many live shows during the slow times. Get big episodes, we'll have obviously to go over things and to get you guys ready for fantasy purposes types of things. Other than that, it'll be clips on YouTube. And then I'll post those clips to all of our other platforms so you guys can see them as well. This was a short show. This was just to really discuss the Super Bowl and make my Super Bowl pick here on live. And I will see you guys again next week as we go over all of our players and rank all of our players. And Coach will give his reaction to any coaching rewards, player rewards, and MVP statuses. So stay tuned for those. I love you guys. See you guys next week.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.